Next on stage, we have Nurit Ze'evi from Kuckelman & Co. Food Tech and Agritech.
Welcome everybody to the first GoforUAE Food Security Online Conference. My name is Nurit Ze'evi and I'm the Managing Partner of the Food Tech and Agritech Department at the Kuckelman Investment House. I would like to welcome and thank the participants from the UAE, investors, business partners and colleagues that Zoom along with us to facilitate better food security for the UAE and for the world's 7.8 billion people growing strong. Our dedicated partners from Israel and around the world, hundreds of investors and participants that are here today and many more that will have access to the presentations following the conference. And most of all, I would like to thank the technology companies, the hard-working visionaries who with limited resources, sleepless nights, started their companies and made magic throughout creative thinking, sophisticated science, and much dedication. What is food security? It is having access to clean water and nutritious food. Food security is made of three pillars that together provide with high quality yields of plants, herd and chicken products, fish, algae, and other foods. The first pillar is improving genetics and breeding. The second pillar is improving growing conditions and inputs, including water, food, temperature, and light, and protecting measurements against diseases and undesired elements. The third pillar is post-harvest solutions, including production, processing, packaging, supply chain, and storage. All companies presenting today have made a significant improvement in those pillars or with the technologies supporting them that provide precision processes, traceability, and efficiency, derived from technologies from other fields such as robotics and automation, digital sensors, IoT, AI of big data, and life science. Just 150 years ago, in 1867, when Mark Twain embarked on a pilgrimage tour to Israel, he wrote a witty journal describing his deep disappointment of the flourishing biblical land that became a desert and a God-forsaken land. He writes, "It is hopeless, dreary, heartbroken land. Palestine sits in a sackcloth and ashes. Over it broods the spell of a curse that has withered its fields and fettered its energies." Mark Twain was not the only one that wanted Israel to get back to its glory. At the same time, local Israelis and ones that came from Europe and Yemen decided that it's time to rebuild the land and established agriculture settlements all over Israel. And though indeed around 2/3 of Israel is a desert by definition, we took on the challenge to utilize the energies of the land, leading the way to develop highly efficient arid climate farming. The world population is growing in a way that without food security strategies and operation, we will not have enough water and food. Around 2000 BC, when there were only 27 million people in the world, Joseph, our forefather, launched a humongous food security operation, saving Egypt and the world from hunger by growing and storing food during the 7 abundance year and using it in the following 7 years of drought. During the exodus from Egypt and the return to Israel, we began to adhere to effective food security laws for consumption and agriculture growing procedures. Many laws, including forced sabbatical of the land and law forbidding to consume fruits during the first 3 years of a tree. Another example is a law forbidding to destroy a fruit tree even if it belongs to an enemy. Ki ha'adam etz hasadeh, because mankind is like the tree of the field. On top of that, we took upon ourselves many more social agriculture laws to share crops with the poor and the misfortunate. When we established the agriculture settlements, there were 1.3 billion people in the world. Today, just 150 years later, we have additional 6.5 billion people to feed, and therefore there's much to do. Before we'll have the companies present, I would like to share with you that in 10 days from today, on the 28th of January, when the moon will be full, we will be celebrating Tu B'Shvat, the Jewish biblical holiday for the trees. And you are invited to join by doing something wherever you are towards planting, seeding, investing, and supporting a better food security future for us, for our children, for years to come. Happy Tu B'Shvat. Enjoy the conference. Thank you.